only thing keeping Justin and Hailey Bieber together isn't love, but money? Behind the smiles and Instagram posts lies a marriage built on fear, control, and hidden stakes. There's no prenup, billions on the line, and a web of secrets no one dares to talk about. Justin, haunted by his past with Selena, and Hailey, protecting her billion-dollar road empire, both trapped in a silent war they can't afford to lose. So the question is, are they still married because they want to be, or because divorce would destroy them both? Back when Justin Bieber was on top of the world, he was worth millions, selling out tours and living in a way few could even dream of. Hailey, on the other hand, was nowhere near his level financially. She wasn't broke, but compared to Justin, she was living in his shadow. And she knew exactly what that meant. If she ever wanted to marry him, a prenup would almost certainly come into play. But here's where the story takes a sharp turn. Hailey played a clever game. She allegedly staged a pregnancy to convince Justin that starting a family couldn't wait. And if you know one thing about Justin, it's this. He's always been vocal about wanting to be a dad. That hit him hard, emotionally. He wasn't thinking about contracts or lawyers, he was thinking about love, responsibility, and doing the right thing. Fans have noticed this too. One Reddit user wrote, "What an idiot. IDK, what celebrity wouldn't get a prenup?" Another added, "He was probably in a state of mania when he decided to marry her." And the comments get even harsher. Sounds right, actually. "I knew Stalker tricked him into marrying her, LOL. JB is a fool." Another person said, "I believe it. She would do anything to make sure he married her." Reading these reactions, I have to admit, I can see why people believe it. The timing, the circumstances, the pressure, it all adds up. Without a prenup, Hailey secured a marriage that, at the time, looked like a one-sided win for her. She had nothing to lose, and everything to gain. When Justin and Hailey first married, she was the one with less to protect. He was the superstar worth hundreds of millions, while she was still building her name. That's why skipping a prenup felt like a safe bet for Hailey at the time. But today, things look very different. Justin has faced huge financial setbacks, from selling his music catalog to rumors of debt and overspending. Meanwhile, Hailey launched Rhode, her skincare empire, and it became a runaway success. The irony is brutal. The very marriage contract that once protected her could now cost her dearly, since Rhode was created after the wedding and falls under marital property. Without a prenup, Justin could have a legal claim to a significant piece of her billion-dollar brand. And people online are definitely paying attention. One fan put it plainly, "She basically dragged him down financially and rose herself up financially just to make him beg for her to stay in the end." Another commenter added a harsher take, "TBH, if we think about it, he deserves this. He was a serial cheater and that girl Hailey is his karma." Some even argue the situation now benefits Justin more than it hurts him. I mean, it kind of works out for Justin now because weren't there all those news articles about them being in debt and spending beyond their means? If they divorce, Justin can have some of the road money, or whatever is left of it by then. It's fascinating to see how public opinion shifts. What was once seen as Hailey's clever move is now viewed by many as a trap she set for herself. The missing prenup has turned into a double-edged sword, and it's one of the biggest reasons this marriage hasn't ended yet. If money was the only thing tying Justin and Hailey together, maybe they would have cut the cord already. But in reality, emotions and history complicate everything. Justin has never really escaped the shadow of Selena Gomez. Every public move Selena makes, from her marriage to Benny Blanco to her subtle reactions online, seems to spark a reaction in Justin. For Hailey, living in that constant comparison is exhausting, but it also means she can't afford to let go. Walking away could look like admitting defeat, and in Hollywood, image is everything. There's also the power dynamic behind the scenes. Some say Hailey keeps a close eye on Justin, monitoring his actions and stepping in whenever he drifts too far. To her, protecting their marriage isn't just about love, it's about controlling the narrative. On the flip side, Justin may feel trapped. Public image, the fear of backlash, and the weight of his past mistakes all make it easier for him to stay than to leave. Some fans even speculate that both of them are simply too scared of what divorce would reveal, not just financially, but personally. Divorce could expose vulnerabilities, secrets, and cracks in their carefully curated public lives. And that's why, even if the love is fading, they remain side by side. In the end, their marriage looks less like a partnership and more like a chess game. Two players locked in, neither willing to make the move that ends it all. For Justin and Hailey, staying together might not be about happiness anymore. It's about survival, reputation, and the fear of what freedom would cost them both. When people talk about the cracks in Justin and Hailey's marriage, they always circle back to one thing: Justin's behavior in public. Over the years, we've seen countless slip-ups, meltdowns, and strange moments that fans point to as signs of deeper problems. From walking out of interviews to showing up disheveled, Justin often looks like a man carrying the weight of something much bigger than fame. And when Selena Gomez married Benny Blanco, the world saw it in his face. The heartbreak, the jealousy, the struggle to move on. For Hailey, that was not just a public humiliation, but a reminder that she'll always be fighting a ghost from Justin's past. Then come the constant whispers of affairs, Justin spotted with other women, DMs that fans claim to have leaked, and the never-ending stories that he can't stay faithful. Insiders say Hailey has caught him crossing boundaries more than once, and that her silence isn't forgiveness, but strategy. Because for her, keeping the marriage intact protects Rhode, her image, and the empire she's built since becoming Mrs. Bieber. And fans have been ruthless in their analysis. They say Justin acts like a man still in love with his ex, a man who can't escape the shadow of what he lost. Some even believe his public meltdowns aren't just stress, they're signs of regret. Watching all this, I can't help but think, is Justin sabotaging the marriage on purpose, almost daring Hailey to pull the trigger first? Or is this just the only way he knows how to cope with a relationship that feels more like a contract than a love story? Either way, the cracks are widening and fans see every single one. Hailey Bieber didn't just marry fame, she learned how to control it. When she launched Rhode, no one expected it to explode into one of the fastest-growing beauty brands in Hollywood. But Hailey knew how to play the game. Every appearance, every photo, every interview became part of a carefully built image. Clean, polished, and unbothered. While Justin spiraled publicly, Hailey was building an empire quietly, transforming herself from Justin's wife into a brand worth millions. Insiders say Hailey runs her household like she runs Rhode, structured, strategic, and image-focused. She manages Justin's public appearances, filters what makes it online, and ensures that every moment fits the narrative of a perfect marriage. Behind the scenes, it's said she even helps control what Justin posts, who he interacts with, and how their relationship is perceived. Not out of love, but out of survival. Because the stronger the illusion of stability, the stronger her brand becomes. Fans notice this too. They call her the PR mastermind, the strategist, and the one who's always 3 steps ahead. Some think she's using Justin's fame as a shield to protect her growing empire. Others believe she's just smart, playing the Hollywood game better than most ever could. I can't lie, it's hard not to admire that level of control. In a world where one headline can destroy everything, Hailey built herself into a fortress. Every move feels calculated, every silence intentional. She's not just surviving the chaos, she's shaping it. And while people may question her motives, one thing's certain. Hailey Bieber is no longer the girl chasing a pop star, she's the woman running the show. Right now, Justin and Hailey's marriage feels less like a romance and more like a careful negotiation. Every public appearance looks managed, every silence strategic. Yet, despite all the tension, the separation everyone keeps expecting still hasn't happened. Why? Because walking away isn't simple for either of them. Hailey's brand, Rhode, became a billion-dollar empire after the wedding, which legally ties Justin to a share of it. And Justin, though not broke, knows a divorce could cost him far more than money. It could expose the cracks they've both tried to hide. Insiders say that every time the topic of divorce surfaces, it fades away quietly, not out of reconciliation, but hesitation. The numbers, the lawyers, the media storm, none of it favors either side. So for now, both stay cautious. Maybe that's what makes this story so complicated. It's not love keeping them together, it's fear, timing, and the cost of walking away. Fans wonder when, or if, they'll finally call it quits. But perhaps the better question is, what's really stopping them right now? Until then, Justin and Hailey continue their uneasy dance, smiling for cameras, keeping up appearances, and protecting what matters most: their image, their brands, and everything built between them.